Okay, let me make sure the stream is working properly. When you look me up on YouTube, I actually come up. I didn't used to. Let's see. YouTube.com. One, two, testing. 1, 2, testing. Perfect. All right, welcome to another live stream. This is going to be weekly analysis, and we're going to cover if crypto or gold is actually doing a comeback. So today is November 9th, 2025. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Today I'll be covering, along with technical analysis, we'll go over some of the fundamentals to see if there's any possible news that we should be considering, as the government has just opened up in the last couple of hours that we found that we got the news. So let's see. First, I'm going to start out with just gold, taking a look at gold. Let's remove, whenever you're doing analysis, remove the previous analysis, take a look at it with a fresh pair of eyes, and see where the price is going to head. Now, on a weekly time frame, this is already moved over. This is crazy. Gold, we've moved over $67 on gold, which is unusual. See, but this is gold. In this last 2 months, gold has been very, very unusual. One thing I did mention last month is that on a monthly time frame, we were still bullish, and if we were able to break above this area. Okay, I see. Perfect. So last month or last week, I did the analysis video. You can go watch it at Trade with Tayyib. That at that time, this green candle here that you see in the current month, this was a red candle. It My anticipation was that once the candle flips bullish, it should continue to push up into these highs again. So this week, that's what I think we should be anticipating. Price has already moved up quite a bit, but last week we closed with the doji, with the whatever you want to call it. Basically, what it meant is that we have support formed, and once the support forms, what we're anticipating this week for price to not break below this area here and continue to push high on gold, because you have to take a look at how the price is moving. Last week, gold closed in this area. The week before last week, gold closed at 38.79. This week, gold closed at respecting the area of 39.22 at 4,000. So last week didn't break below 38.72. Even though this is a red candle, you have to understand where the price is respecting the areas and where it's going to continue to go high. So let's take a look. Right on the right hand side on gold, on a daily time frame, we have some resistance area over here at 41.30. So I do anticipate for price to continue to push and do the run for another maybe like $80. And then if we could possibly get a retracement back to these areas, then that would be a great buying position. Like, I wouldn't anticipate entering now, not necessarily on a day trading level, but on swing trading, I wouldn't anticipate for price. I wouldn't anticipate a buy right now, because this could just wick down and close below this area, and then what? Now we're back in the range. The candle is still open. We're breaking above this range. So the next candle should respect the low of this previous candle and continue to push up, and that is something that you'll be looking for as a trader. Okay, that's gold. Let's go ahead and jump to Bitcoin. Let me remove all of the drawings. Monthly, we're coming down. So monthly, we broke this low, right? So that is a bearish sign that we broke this low. Now, we still have 20 more days. What I'm anticipating is for price to not close below this area, because if we close below 107, we should be able to head down to these areas here at 80,000. I know it's way down there, but trust me, that's just what price is telling us, right? So let's take a look at on a weekly time frame. On a weekly time frame, let me remove these drawings here. On a weekly time frame, we have a support area at 99,000, right at 100,000. That is where price came down to last week. But because of the area of support, we didn't close below. We actually had a push up to the buying side. And what if the price is going to continue to go down, what I'll be looking at is for price to not close above 109 10 area. This week Bitcoin should not close above 10 area. Even if it breaks above but it closes below, then the next candle should come down. Let me go over this candle, right? So let's say if this candle goes up and it breaks this area right here, then the price can continue to push down. So what could be a very much of a possibility is that we are just creating a wick, and later on price can just continue to push down. That is a possibility. So this green candle that you see, if it rejects from 107 area, then the price, and it flips, that will be a good sell point where price can continue down and test the 100,000 area, right? That's on Bitcoin. On the other hand, if price closes above this area, so let's say if this is the current week's candle, like this candle here, if this closes above this area, then I would anticipate for price to continue to push up to at least the 115, 116,000, because that is where the next resistance is. Okay, perfect. But as of right now, I'll be looking at rejection area around 18400 coin. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Actually, same, similar to Bitcoin, we have a support area. We have, we came down, we didn't close below, we closed above. So let's take a look at daily time frame. I know some of the people in the group chat, they bought at 3,400. I did have alert here at 3,400 as well. Excuse me. I think it was a great entry. Although at that time I didn't enter it just because there was no price confirmation. As you see, it broke below, but the next candle came back up. You see this candle right here. See, after the break and close below, the next candle came up and closed back in the 3,400 area. That's called a fake out. If the price is going to continue down, if the price is going to go down, then there is no reason for you to go back and close in the same range that we just broke out from, right? So these two areas, gray areas, consider this range. This area is the resistance. This area is a support. Price came down, closed below the support area. There was no reason for price to continue and close back in the consolidation area in this range if price was going to continue to go down. So that's called a fake out, right? So I'll be looking at rejection areas around 37.43. If I would be in buys for Ethereum, I would exit here just because there is going to be some sort of rejection there. So just be mindful of that. And if if it's rejecting and it continues to push up, then you're looking at 3,900 area. That will be your next support, and then from there you should be able to push up to the 4,000s, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at Doge, the Doji boy. Actually, all cryptos are about the same, like the same thing. We came down, we didn't close at the support. We came up, and this weekly candle, I would anticipate for price to come up, even if it breaks above the 18-cent area. If it pushes down, if this green candle like this weekly time frame, if you see this like on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, if this starts to break below the 1736 area, then the price is more likely to continue to push down to 15 cents. ZEC USD. Actually, I'm in this trade right now. Oh, nice. I am in profit. That's awesome. Oh, let me show you. Actually, I don't think it will be difficult for me to show it here. Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah. There you go. I'm up 1.97% at like 265. It should. Coinbase for some reason loads very slow. Like if I would be in profit or loss, it's gonna load after 30 seconds, like, and show me where, like, how much profit or loss I'm in. So yeah, basically what I did is I did a buy. I opened a buy around like 650, 66, like around this area. Yeah, that was the whole point. And I'm looking at on 4 hour. 4 hour has turned bullish, right? 4 hour created a low and now it's green, right? So it was red and now it's green. As long as it's breaking above the previous candle's high, I do believe that we could have a run all the way up until this area, 731 something. So I might exit, I might not, because I don't want to hold it overnight. We'll see. Let's see. We have Link. Nice. Nice. Link is moving up. That's awesome. Yeah. Link is also moving up. Let's take a look at it on weekly. Yeah. Monthly. Yeah, it's very slow mover. ICP USD is just coming down. Let's see, 4 hour. So we are at a resistance. Oh, sorry, support area at 4 hour, and I do believe there is going to be a push to the upside. Yeah, you see. So if we're closing like green candles, let's say if this 1 hour comes down and it closes green, then it will be a good spot to enter for buys. Zen USD, Zenitsu. This is one of the pairs we were trading earlier last week, but it kept dropping. So I just haven't really looked at it. I haven't traded it. I did look at it. So I do think if I would want a confirmation on a 4 hour for this daily to turn bullish. So this is a daily candle, and we have created some sort of support around this area, right? And then if this daily candle continues to push up, let's say, where is it? So this is the daily turn, 4 hour. Yeah. So if this 4 hour continues to push up and break its own high, at that point, we were looking at rejections on the left-hand side. It came down, it rejected, and now it's closing bullish. We should be good for a buy. The reason why I'm not jumping into a buy because, oh, the 1 hour is green, it's because it broke below the previous candle's low. If this 4 hour closes just the way it is right now, it could just wick up and continue to push down to these areas of $14. What do we have? Tau, Link, Doge, Gold, and NAS 100. I think one of the guys in the group chat requested Sol USD. Let's take a look. Sol USD. Yeah, I think we're good with Sol for now. Because you see here, we closed respecting this area. So the price is respecting the 160 area. I know it is bearish right now on the weekly time frame and probably monthly, but monthly hasn't really made any upper candle, higher high. So I would assume, like, as long as we don't break, let's say if somebody is right here, right, this is the price, then this is where, like, they're holding the position, I would have my stop loss below this 4 hour candle, because we broke above this this resistance, it became support. Now, all you need to worry about is this area here, right? So I would have my, if you're in profit, I would have my stop loss at 162, like right below the 4-hour candle. Because 4-hour is a highly respected candle in the technical analysis. It's a wording of traders, like respected, this, that is, but in normal conversation it sounds weird. All right, let's take a look at some of the news here. Tomorrow, we don't have anything for USD. Let's see, because a lot of times you have to understand crypto is correlated with the USD news as well. I've seen that a lot happen in the last couple of weeks. Then we have USD. We don't have a lot of news in the upcoming days here. Like all Australian dollar unemployment rate, nobody cares. Then we have CPI. Nice. So we have CPI on Thursday. That is unemployment claims. Unemployment claims itself, it kind of moves the market. Then you have CPI right next to it. It's tentative because they haven't updated the market. Because I think this website will update that the government has opened, and based on how backlogged they are, we'll see how we can maybe these reports will be pushed out or they won't, but most likely these reports will come in between 7:30 to 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Then Friday, yes, Friday we have retail sales, core PPI. So yeah, around 7:30 to 8:30 on Friday as well, market is going to be moving. So just keep an eye on that. If we were looking at good economic data, then more than likely crypto will also have a good push. Okay, all right. I will end this video here. I appreciate everybody watching. If you have any comments, concerns, leave it in the chat, and I'll see you when I see you. Take care. Bye.